YouTube, it's your boy AirmaxLondon. Welcome back to my channel. Today we've got episode 2 of The Stat Check, and with us is
Chloe. I'm at Chloe Simmons without the vowels.
we're here in a sneaker room. It's looking fresh, it's looking great. Let's talk a bit about your sneaker room first. I mean, this is something that a lot of people would dream of having, me included. What possessed you to do this?
It's taken a long time, but I was ending up with like boxes everywhere, like stacked up in different places. I didn't know what I had. I had more than I needed. Can you have more than what you need? But like, I wasn't seeing anything, so I decided that I was gonna curate each trainer that I loved, that I wanted to have on display, and have like a museum for my friends that don't understand.
Fair enough. So, is this every sneaker that you own?
No, we've got like beater baskets, and there's beater buckets in cupboards and in loft and stuff like that. Sometimes I pull bits out.
But these are
my ones that
prized.
Yeah,
pairs.
that I want to wear, that are relevant to me for a reason.
Cool. One question. What did you do with your boxes?
It might be a sin, but the ones that can be are flat. They're flat packed.
So you've kept them?
They're flat with their receipt, with their paper on the inside. They're all folded nicely. They're wrapped in film. They're fresh.
Nice. It's not something, I've never flat packed a box. Is it easy?
Yeah, so easy.
Does it look like it's going to go back how it came?
It will go back exactly how it came.
Okay.
They look like they've been ironed.
Cool. Alright, so what is your favourite sneaker? Seeing as these are the prized.
Okay. It's a split. So most people who have seen my Instagram or anything, they'll know that I love the Sakai. I say that like they're the silhouette that's, you know, when you see a silhouette, you know, like when you remember when you saw the Air Max 1. Like when I was really young, I felt very similar about the Huarache when I was like 9, 10.
Yeah, I like the Huarache.
You see something that's different and it really stands out for you, and I think that's what Sakai are doing for me over the last few years. But this guy is real high up the acronym Air Force One, Lunar Air Force One.
What's the story behind that? I believe I might have seen this shoe, but it's only because it's got a zip on it, and I believe there's an Air Force with a zip there as well, so I could be. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, it's nice.
Do you know the story behind
initially, obviously they're an acronym collaboration. I believe that they're like one of these. They go nice. It's quite a nice fluid. They dropped an initial drop where the back section here, so this shiny material here, was like orange.
Oh yeah.
Really bright orange. And I was in Dover Street Market in London, and I was actually holding that orange one in my hand, and I really, really wanted it. So I thought to myself, you know what, I'll get it. I didn't realise it was limited at the time. Obviously I didn't get it because I didn't buy it there and then, but I was just out for a meal, you know. So I regretted it, and then these ones came out. Remember the same time as the Travis Air Force ones with the like.
Those went over my head, to be honest.
They went over my head.
I was deep in my Air Max 1 world. I didn't even.
I only had eyes for these because they came out on the same day, so they dropped a number of Air Force ones on that same day.
Okay.
And these were the ones because I wasn't going to let them go. But they're just a bit of me. They're
easy to put on. You don't have to undo the laces. Like a slip on.
I really do, to be honest. This is all like elastic tongue to the.
Oh, yeah.
So you could leave it open if you want. You can leave it completely open. It's all fixed. It's just a really, it's nice, mate. It's a really nice. I love that Air Force One anyway. I don't have many pairs of it, but I always like things that are like different, like those detachable swooshes.
patch.
Yeah.
Oh. No, hard
So
it
you
is to get these.
You get that. These, do you know what? I put these two together because there's stories behind all my trainers. So when these came out, I was in the forest on a break, and then the next time I went to the forest, these came out. So I got them two in like consecutive times.
What we got here? What are these ones?
Oh, do you remember when they dropped all the jesters and there was a whole women's like the Rebel and everything like that? Hey, they might actually be the jesters.
Soul's thicker, right?
Yeah.
This
Again.
is definitely a woman's Air Force.
Yeah. They dropped the Jordan 1 that was all like crooked and the tongues started going up the side, the laces started going up the side.
Oh yes.
All at the same time. Again, I was saying to a friend earlier on, trainers that people look at and go, what have you got on your feet? I like that.
Yeah.
That's good for me. I like that. Most people would be like, oh man, I'm not going to keep these.
Yeah, they're too bright or they're too
I like
this
it.
or they're too
People
that.
are like, what's going on with that?
Yeah,
That's good for
that'd be
me.
different.
So when there's weird little bits, then I like it.
So what's your favourite silhouette? Because you've got quite a few Air Maxes.
Air Max ones.
Got a few Airs.
Air Max ones have always been real the one for me.
What's your favourite one?
I've battered.
You own?
See, I batter a lot of my. These were my favourite for a really long time,
Yellow Safari.
but because I cut hair, I paid £30 for these in a because I cut hair. I'm almost ashamed to show you what my job does to sneakers.
Don't become a barber if you love sneakers.
It's disgusting. It's so gross. So yeah, this was before I really sort of started taking care of things. I was a bit reckless and just wore stuff to work that I really love because I loved it. I wanted to wear it, you know.
We can rate
That's what they're for,
we can rate
you
that.
know?
Wear your kicks.
Yeah.
Wear your kicks.
But these are one pair that I wish.
DS gang.
Yeah. They're one pair that I wish I hadn't beaten the hell out of.
Yeah.
And I have been looking actively for another pair in my size. So if
Prices have gone right over there.
Yeah, I know.
Straight up, because I'm trying to get a pair
I'm
as
not
well.
going to pay £30 for them again, am I?
No, not in. Well, you would, but in worse condition than that.
Trashed.
But
I don't know if you can tell. I like things with a bit of safari. I mean, they've been to work. That's why they've got no laces.
they're so beautiful.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They're so beautiful. I love my pair. Your pair's
Crease.
It's got a bit of hard creasing, but I mean, that's such a luxurious pair. Like that's one of the best leathers I've seen on Air Max.
But they've done like 10-hour day, not sitting down shifts.
Yeah,
for that,
they've been cracking.
You know, they're
They've been cracking.
But these guys.
What about those? Because those, everyone knows, obviously I'm AirmaxLondon, I don't like Adidas, but those are pretty smart.
So let's check the year on them so I don't get it wrong. 04. So yeah, 25 cities. So they bought out a pack. I could not for the life of me
So
tell
they bought
you.
25 pairs potentially?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow, went in.
Someone will have to Google that and leave
I'll have to.
leave it in the comments.
I'll have to let you know on that one, right there.
I used to have a real thing for shell toes. I think that started before the Nike actually.
The shell toes do go back.
So I was super young and I used to wear a lot of Adidas. Shell toes in particular were my favourite. These are a pair, I mean 04, I got them when they came out, so do
you remember what retail was?
They've been with me. I don't know. 35th anniversary, there you go.
Apple on the back and all. Yeah, I like those.
Just really nice details, but I think, do you know, I can remember stuff coming out, 35th anniversary, and they had like ones with like knives and forks up the up the swooshes.
Swooshes.
Nike on the brain, up the stripes, and they were made out of like a tablecloth. Have a look at the pack. There's a bunch, and they were really cool. And I posted these a little while ago, and there was a few people like, "Oh my god, that pack was so good."
No, I can't lie. They're really smart. I like those a lot.
But again, I've worn them and killed them, and a lot of people will probably hate me for that.
No, that's what you're meant to do.
But on this shelf, this is where you're going to see stuff that's been
What year is this? 2011?
Before, I believe.
12. Yeah, it's the women's pair. I've got a pair of these myself at home.
Oh, do you know what?
So nice. What size are you? 5.5.
Or a 6.
Or a 6.
It's whatever I squeeze in.
Small foot.
Do you know what? I had a pair actually before this. They were like a wolf grey. That's the year that I was getting mixed up with. But do you know, I sold a bunch of
grey with black on the shoe.
Yeah. I sold a bunch of sneakers. So I moved from here to Brighton a few years back. And I left a bunch of stuff in a box. My dad took it to the boot sale.
What do you think of dunks these days? Are you getting involved in the hype? Would you like to get involved in the hype?
I would have liked to have got involved in the bear bricks.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I can't say that I would have ever worn like chunky dunkies. I would have liked to put them on the shelf, but they're good to look at. And
you wear them
especially
once they crease, and I can't really justify a one crease shoe, so I would have probably left mine on the shelf.
Especially in that ice cream tub, so nice.
Yeah.
The Grateful Dead look amazing, but I'm of a particular age.
But you can't spend that much on a shoe.
Well, where I can't go out wearing furry yellow shoes. I'm saying.
Yeah. I've got a pair of them, and I'm trying to trade them for a green pair, UK 10, if anyone's interested. Because it's a bit more low key, I think, the green pair.
No, I think they're all lovely, but yeah, I think green's probably.
It's a bit more low key. The yellow pairs are out there, and I wear yellow, but the yellow pairs are out there.
Yeah.
I ain't worn mine yet, because.
I've seen people shaving them.
No, I haven't.
Just down with clippers, just giving them a little trim, just to make them a bit more.
I know, a bit bushy, to be honest. They could probably
do with a number one.
Do with a bit of
just
your
bring them
treatment.
round. I'll sort them out for you.
Yeah. What's in this? What do we have here?
This guy. Right.
It's like a sneaker box, which is interesting.
So, stand up. When I was really young, I left school and I worked for a fashion designer, and she used to get a lot of invites to different bits and pieces and all around the world, and this was an event I didn't go to because I was really young, but it was an event that's the original sticker that holds it together, to the launch.
The world's tiniest swoosh. Right there. White dunk.
The white dunk in Paris, I believe. So this is what everyone got as their invite. Now this is really dirty because I used to go clubbing in it when I was young because I thought I was rad. So excuse the...
What is it, a wristband?
It's a wristband, yeah. So the wristband was what you wore to the event, and then they gave you this magnet.
You used to wear it clubbing.
Yeah, that's why it's so grim. But yeah, I wish I'd kept it pristine, but it is what it is. I enjoyed it. But it's basically just the embroidery if you lay it out flat.
It's got writing in it. Be true to your school. That's from the campaign.
From the original campaign.
Yeah, be true to your school. Yeah, that is.
I'd love
I know
to
a
like.
certain guy who would go a bit mad for that.
I'd love to like put it in the wash, but I'm scared. So.
Dry cleaner.
Yeah, maybe.
When you're scared to put it in the wash,
Take it to the dry
take
cleaner.
it to the dry cleaner.
But yeah, I thought it was a cool little piece, and she didn't care about sneakers, so.
What are these?
Digital pigs?
Digital.
I believe.
Mids.
Yeah. I know people don't really like mids too much, but I do.
These are pretty smart. You know, the thing with mids is, I hear it, like some people like lows, some people like highs. The mid is like the runt of the family, if you know what I mean. But I tell you what, being in the run gives you some seriously sick colorways. Because some of these mids that they release, I mean, this one's nice, but I'm not even talking about this particular one. I mean, I've seen some colorways, and obviously I've got a size 10, so sometimes I see a mid and I'm like, is that actually a mid or is it a high? Because you can't tell.
You can't tell.
And you look at the colorway and you're like, that's a mid. There's no way they'd put that on a high.
I've seen some really nice ones.
And these look DS, by the way.
They are, yeah.
I thought you wear your kicks.
I do wear my kicks, but I got them during lockdown. And the only thing that I've done outside of lockdown is work. They're too pretty to work.
They are lovely. What's your most hyped shoe? The old Travis?
Off-white 90s. Anything off-white really, except for the Kygo, because they're the runt of the off-white.
These are obviously
But I
pretty. This is the
10.
the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty serious. Why you wore this to work?
I have one that's work, yeah.
See. But you got to get these hairs out.
When they dropped between myself and my boss, we won 4 pairs of the 10.
Oh wow.
But he's not the kind of guy to keep trainers, and they were the only ones in my size. So
He done well, because on that day, me and a good friend of mine was in the Apple store in Covent Garden with our phones and Mac computers on display, logged into Nike for an hour and a half. It was in it, the first 10 drop, and we was there the whole time trying to enter, and we got nothing.
you could know people in shops. When it was fun for me was when, like these, I'm not going to mention any names, but I used to know a few guys in size, and when I knew that these were coming out, they said that it's probably going to be quite limited. Now, I'm a UK 6, and there was a girl in the shop who was a UK 6. Now, if there was a 6 left after she had her pair, then they were mine, and that worked with any sneaker that I wanted, because I was friends with the shop and I went in the shop all the time, and I didn't just buy sneakers from the shop, and I was part of their little community, and that's how they repaid me. And I didn't want everything. I don't want every trainer that got a sneaker that comes out. They're beautiful.
They look very DS.
No,
I know you've worn them. Wow, like even your sticker.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the habit of taking them out, but I think I just get really excited and just put it on, and then how nice is the inner sole in those when they match up together? So pretty.
The inner sole is cracking.
Oh, you got a rustic in there.
Now, the one thing I don't like about this shoe, which looks like you might not have learned it yet, is when you scuff this, it's game over.
Yeah.
You can't even. It's like a rubber nubuck kind of thing. So it's like you get a good bit of dirt on there.
Yeah, it's not coming.
It's not coming out. It doesn't come out at all.
Send them to the guys at
These are quite nice. Corduroys.
Love them.
See what I've done with my pair?
No.
I had I've got the blue pair, and the before I traded my Travis Air Forces, I put the shield.
I did see you do that. That was last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, I put the shield on it. And it went.
Yeah, it worked really well.
Really well, to be honest. I still need to get this pair.
It gets so sticky, doesn't it? Like the crepe style gets like sticky in the end.
Does it? I don't actually wear them enough. I got some. I don't really wear them enough. Wore them about 5 times, maybe 6 times.
I hear it's the thing with like wannabes and stuff. There's something about that. There's a particular oil in the crepe, in the rubber itself, that starts to break down. Which is why you'll notice like there's a few pairs and I'll wear them to work and stuff, because I don't want them to just essentially bleed out before I've even
not use them.
Worn them at all. But,
so, tell us about what's your most hardest pickup?
I had to pay resale for those.
That's not very hard. That's actually one of the easiest pickups.
Killed me. Yeah. Oh right. To actually get retail.
Yeah. Got any mad stories about any mad camps or having to dart to Spain to pick up?
I had to get someone. I was on holiday when I realised that these were limited to this amount, and I knew I really wanted them, so I had to call on people that I knew would be in and around London to come and get them for me, which worked out in the end. Close.
I nearly brought
quite close.
My Adidas stock and bought those.
Yeah?
I tried them on. There's a picture somewhere on the internet of me with those on my feet.
In an encrypted file.
Try them on.
They're so nice.
I think they are such a nice pair.
Should we get them out for the people?
It was a London exclusive release to celebrate the release of the new flagship Adidas store on Oxford Street.
Talk amongst yourselves right here.
Limited to 444 pairs.
Is that the number of the shop? The 444.
I don't actually know. I don't actually know.
I've always wondered that.
Yeah, I don't know. But the inner sole is crazy.
It's like based on the crown, right? It's the black and white that's on the crown jewels.
I never even thought about it like that.
I think the flock and everything is what the flock material is based on, like royalty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Represent London.
It makes sense, and then they've given you literally like a royal box to go with it. Yeah.
The materials are so nice. The thing is, it's not something that I'm gonna be able to protect in a beautiful Essex weather, so they do have to be a summertime shoe. I don't really have you hear people, I mean, I think you guys, you stick to it as well, like you've got summer shoes and winter shoes and stuff like that. I was saying to a friend the other day about the Sakai and stuff matching them, and she was like, oh yeah, but that's a summer shoe. I was mentioning like winter garments, scarves and stuff like that. She was like, oh yeah, it's a summer shoe, and I was like, well, it's not for me. But it's because it's got the mesh.
That one's definitely a summer shoe.
Yes, yeah.
Unless you're a very hot person. My toes would freeze.
So I've got my socks on.
And if it rained, or obviously the elements, like that's the only thing.
I don't know. Maybe I'm brave in a sense with stuff like that. I will judge the weather and bits, but like it's like this. I don't think anyone else on Instagram could have possibly hinted more to every single retailer that they wanted this shoe or a form of black and white Sakai. And luckily enough, I managed to get them off of a raffle.
They don't look too bad.
seen some people with bigger feet being like, no, my feet are really long.
Yours are 5.5.
They're at EU39.
What does that mean?
It's a 6. You've got like a EU39 6, and then you've got an EU40 6. I don't know why they choose to split the 6s. It's something to do with the grade school sizing, I think, where they mark it where they're going to, charge you more or not.
It's quite big for an EU39.
But yeah.
What do you think of the other colour?
I like them all.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's the silhouette. This is where I like it.
I suppose you said you like the out there shoes. What do you think
What
of
the
the
hell
name?
is that?
What do you think of the fish?
Little googly
Fish
eyes.
mouth.
Isn't it? I love it. Looks like Pringles. No one used to do Pringles, but
Yeah. Once you pop and all that.
I really like bumpers on shoes. Like I really busted. When I say I bust my neck to get something, I know I could pay for it. Resale. Like, I know, like you were saying, the easiest cop. When I pay for something retail, resale like that and that are the only two in here. That's because I've just completely given up. Giving up the hunt.
Well, to be honest, those two were like myths anyway.
I wasn't gonna.
Like, no one ain't gonna bust you at retail for a pair of them.
No.
You know what I mean? These were an absolute myth. I think these were easier to get than those, to be honest.
That was quite luck and a friend, and I just had to accept it for that.
I mean, I'm talking even on the resale side, because it's like when I went to try and get my pair in a size 10, it seemed like there was about 6 pairs for sale in my size.
It's so low.
Whereas Susan's, although they were a myth, there was more than 6 pairs for sale in my size. You know, at the drop, you could have got a pair if you really wanted to. This is such an amazing shoe.
It's beautiful.
It's just.
It is beautiful. It's the quality of the detail in it.
You had to change the laces, yeah?
Yeah, do you know
the
that
wood tips on the other ones are sick.
Beautiful, absolutely
They should
beautiful.
have put them on here.
I'm always drawn to things with scissors on because I'm a barber, because I know that they're tailored scissors and stuff like that. But the insole is gorgeous. Yeah, and the other laces were really, really nice, but they're kind of a weird material that don't stay done up too well.
To be honest, let's talk about this shoe for a minute. Where did you get this from?
Lush Foot Locker. GR.
This is
probably the best GR ever in my eyes.
this for a long time before I knew about certain shoes that I missed that I didn't see released. I would have said this was the one Air Max 1 that I wanted the most out of any. That black leopard.
Beautiful.
My son had the grey ones. You see the grey ones here? My son had the grey ones. And being a size 10. I've seen these in a size 10.
I was going to say, did they go up? Yeah.
I've seen them in a size 10, but like mythical. They only got to a 9.5. In England, they only came out in a 9.5. I think maybe in America there was some bigger sizes, but you can't get them. You can't. It's not even on StockX. It's only got 9.5 on StockX. But I am certain I've seen the 10. And as I was dreaming, I am certain because I remember regretting not pulling the trigger.
I don't think it's necessary, like women's and men's colourways.
That's a whole other story, but that
It's not necessary, is it? Yeah, we can leave it there. It's too long to rant about, but it's not necessary.
It's a bit silly.
It's what it is. Should be equal for everyone. It's not fair that you guys can't get a nice crepe like that in your size and vice versa.
That one. That's women's as well.
So and there were another GR
Women's.
as well. Just underestimated.
When I saw these, I was like, oh my god, yes, look at those. Fit at me. Women's. Oh, okay. I won't be getting those then, will I?
It's not fair.
It's
But I
not.
think it'll change. I feel like it'll change soon. Definitely.
I don't know. It was easy. It's an easy fix, so I'm not too sure why they haven't done it. I don't know. You know, the logistics behind it, the reasoning for continuing it, but it has to be something.
I think that up until now, a lot of I know I'm not going to go into it and stuff like that, but I think a lot of things in the world were very like sectioned, like men's stuff and women's stuff and blah blah blah. And I think people like Nike and other sneaker companies have got to realise that when you've got a lot of people that are like non-binary and gender fluid and things like that nowadays, they need to like step up to the way the world's changing, and it will benefit all of us.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't need to be sections. The sneakers don't need to be
They've also
sections.
put some more units out as well while they're at it. So
Yeah,
we can all get shoes we want.
definitely.
Right, one question I wanted to ask you, seems to have phased out of my mind. There he is. What, I don't know if it's the right question, Grail, but what is the shoe that you want that you don't have?
Straight out my mouth will be the black and white Sakai, the waffle. I can go back and say that I want like the stop slipping Supreme. Like I would love those. And then you've got things like the Safaris, and they drop the kumquats.
Yeah, I've got
like,
white pair.
yeah, I'd love those. And I mean, I could dig into my Mind Palace and go for all different things. I sat for hours when they first released the Supreme Dunks with the stars in the panel under the swoosh. In this room when it wasn't like this when I was young, on dial-up. Dial-up.
A lot of you man don't know about
Painful.
dial-up.
If you get the like getting an L when you've just clicked enter the drawer on your mobile phone wherever you are. Imagine taking an L when you've sat for hours with your internet connection dropping out and you can't get anything. It's not even a raffle. It's you just can't find it. Like there's a lot of things that I could go back, like the hazelnuts. Oh, so the AirmaxLondons.
Yes.
Google these and have a look. You'll have to drop a little picture in the corner. The original Power Walls, like there's so many. Like I could take you back through the elephants, for God's sake.
Yeah.
The originals of these.
Soon. Yeah.
I
Not
like
too
the white.
bothered about them. Yeah, I like the black.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When they
I like the
retro, that's the best retro.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me that is the best retro.
They
When
are
made
beautiful.
that black.
I mean,
was like, yes.
The reason why, like, these are all Grails, yes. The chlorophylls, the homegrowns, like everyone. I could list all of them. The cherrywoods, they're all. Oh, they're so nice.
I'll take them, but fuck them. They're not that nice. I said it.
I know I'm not getting them, and I'm not getting them because I can't get them. Everyone's got to accept, if you want a sneaker, you can get it. You can get whatever sneaker you want. If you're willing to pay for it, you can get whatever you want. You throw money at it, you can get it. It works with most things, right? But what I don't want to do is put on a sneaker and go like boom, 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 out my door and it falls to pieces.
Yeah, well that's, yeah.
But then I don't also want to put that sneaker on my shelf and just look at it.
Yeah.
So my Grail is recent and obvious, but it is a silhouette that grabbed me the second I saw it.
In fairness, it's a brand new silhouette. It's a brand new shoe. The Sakai has really taken you.
Yeah, massively.
How come you don't have it?
I didn't get it. I took it out.
Not gonna buy a resale on that one?
I don't want to. I want to. I've got like a thing with the universe.
You'll get it.
Yeah.
It will come.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot of
it will
people
come.
have said like it's coming. Don't worry. Yeah, it's coming. They're all coming. I want the whole lot. I want the set.
Yeah, well,
They really.
I was thinking you do have a couple more to get. Considering you do love the Sakai's, I was like, well, she's got a couple more.
I've got a few more to get.
Got a bit of graft to do there, isn't she?
Yeah,
Really?
definitely. I know I'm not going to get them all for retail or whatever, but maybe some trades, maybe. Another reason why I like them actually, because Chitozi Sakai, she's Chitozi A now, I believe. She's the designer behind Sakai, and she worked for Comme des Garçons and other fashion houses when she was younger. When she left to have her daughter, she didn't want to stop, so she started Sakai, and she started it with really nice ethos around different garments for women, not having to wear stereotypical stuff, and correct me if I'm wrong, but like it was to make people feel more sort of like, particularly women in Japan and Tokyo, more empowered with their workwear, but they could go out in the evenings as well. And I think she carried that through to all of her recent lines. So Sakai is a brand that's
a fairly new brand, yeah.
No, it's been around since '99.
99.
Yeah, so it's like since its 20th year of.
I never heard of it until the shoes.
Big fashion house. But then, you know, we're far away from it, right? So.
Yeah, I suppose.
But I like all of those. I like a lot of those designs. I liked McQueen, and I liked the way he was. So I think things like this resonate with me. And again, it looks odd, right? It's a little bit disrupted and.
The waffles I actually quite like, but I just wouldn't get them. I quite like them.
That's nice when it's not for everyone, though.
Blazer's not for me. The vapor waffle is
That big.
Marmite.
But these are like, I guess like a lot of this stuff, like the Undercover Daybreak. I love
That's
this.
a lovely shoe. I like that.
Some people were like, I'd like the other colourways as well, but I'm a very black and white colourway kind of
that's
girl.
the one. I like that. Hold on, there's a navy one, isn't there?
There's a navy one.
The navy one is the one,
and
but
there's
they're a bit plain for me, to be honest.
Grey and yellow as well, I think. But I do like. I like a lot of I like Japanese influence in things, or anything that looks like it's a bit, you know, taken in that direction. But then I like my nice clean silhouettes as well.
Alright, so I think we're just about done here, people. This was episode 2 with the lovely...
I'm Chloe, Chloe Simmons.
It's right down there, by the way. I hope you enjoyed episode 2. There's plenty more to come. Remember to like, subscribe, share. This was the Stat Check. We're out. See you soon.